Good morning. Wow, that was a really enthusiastic good morning. I have been feeling really great this morning. I don't know why. Like, it's cloudy outside and everything. Like, look. Well, you can't really see, but just trust me when I say that it is a cloudy day out. There's no sun. Yeah, I've just been feeling really good this morning. It's 11 o'clock, 11:05 or so. I just got done doing my makeup. Just something like light and cute. I'm just trying something new out. And I got some work done this morning. I've had my coffee and I'm about to go to the gym. Today is gonna be arm, shoulders, and ab day, and I'm really excited. I used to hate my arms, but now since I've started weight training, like I can start to see like my shoulder caps, like they're kind of coming in. Is that even a thing, shoulder caps? But you know what I mean, like they are starting to be bigger and more pronounced, and I just love it. Like I'm starting to fall in love with my arms, which is something that I have never necessarily had, and it's also kind of like helping me get over the fact that my stomach is still not exactly where I want it to be. I wanted to share something with you guys that I kind of had an epiphany about last night. I was watching this TikTok that had something to do with like, it was some musical thing. I don't even know if I could find it again. I'm not sure if I liked it or not. I think I did. But anyway, basically, I found out that there are other people out there who talk to themselves. And I'm not just talking about like your internal voice. And I'm not just talking about like when you're about to leave the house and you're like, okay, do I have everything, like, or when you're at the grocery store and you're like, oh, I can't remember, like, what, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, talking to yourself in that way. I mean, like, straight up pretending like you're talking to somebody else. Like, for instance, I've already had this conversation this morning. I woke up, and when I was getting ready for my day, I was talking to you guys, but with no camera around. Like, I was already, like, kind of running through the video, and I was talking to like nobody, and it'll just happen. Like I'll do it in the car, I'll have fake arguments with people, but like out loud when I'm by myself. Like it's so weird. Anyway, I found there was like everyone else in these comment section was like, oh my gosh, I do that too. Like I thought I was the only one. Like I'm like the main character in a movie. Like I straight up sometimes I'll just like act something out that doesn't even exist. I think that there's different levels to this. Like I obviously know that there's nobody around me. It's not like I think somebody's watching me. It's nothing like that. But I started to kind of like evaluate myself and like really dig deep and be like, why do I do that? Like that's such a weird thing. When I was explaining it to my friend, I mean, I felt like she thought I was crazy. I don't know, maybe she didn't. Josie, if you're watching this, I'm not crazy, I promise. But yeah, it was just so weird. And so I was thinking, I was like, why, like how long have I done this? I've done this for as long as I can remember. A little bit of backstory. I grew up with siblings until I was about 3 other siblings until I was about 12, and then I moved to a different state to live with my dad, and I was an only child there. I feel like I did this out of like loneliness. Like I started doing this out of loneliness, not like a depressing sort of loneliness, just kind of like I've been very independent, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So like mom, if you're watching this, dad, if you're watching this, like you guys are great parents, don't worry about it. But I feel like I didn't really have very many friends in school, because the first part of my life I was always moving around, and then the second part of my life I was kind of like a floater. Like in high school I didn't really have any like solid friends. Until this year, I have never had somebody that I consider like a best friend. Now I have 3 of them. It's crazy to me. I've always just kind of like talked to myself or like pretended that people were around, and I still do it. And I don't think, like I'm not lonely anymore, but I do like to still talk to myself and pretend like I'm talking to an audience. It's really weird, but I think I did it because I've just always been so independent, and it's just like a coping mechanism for being independent, being alone, and just entertaining oneself. And I guess you could call it like imagination. It helps me prepare for what I'm going to say. So like for instance, like I've mentioned this vlog, I already did the intro this morning out loud to myself. Like I was like, hey guys, like welcome back. It's weird, but anyway, I just thought I would share that because I want to know if anybody else does the same thing. So today's vlog, I wanted to talk about routines. And I need to set up a whole new morning routine, because this whole Vlogmas thing, like, I don't know if you saw yesterday's vlog, but at the end of yesterday's vlog, I was like, this takes a long time. And I was up until like midnight last night, and that just cannot happen, especially if I want to keep going to the gym and stuff like that. So I need to figure out if I'm going to be going to the gym. I need to move some things around. I need to figure out if I'm going to go to the gym in the morning like I usually do, or like I've been trying to do, or if I'm going to go to the gym at night. Just so I can have time to see my friends and to edit videos. I might just have to start taking the laptop to my friend's house and editing videos while I hang out with them. By the way, we are all COVID free, just so you know, we've been tested. I am going to go to the gym. I did have coffee this morning. If you care to know about my nutrition, I've had coffee this morning. I'm gonna have a bagel before I go to the gym just so that there's something in my stomach, because I find that usually if I drink coffee and then I go to the gym, I get a stomach ache because it's like a ton of caffeine and like sugar. I put like a lot of sugar in my coffee. I like coffee with my sugar, basically, is how I am. So anyway, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm going to come home and have some lunch, and I will see you guys after that. Bye. And just like that, I'm back. Just like that. I just spent an hour at the gym. I did really good. Sorry, he just got some water and he's been, you know, he's got some big lips, so it just all comes out. I think I did pretty well. I burned like an estimated 500 calories, so that's really nice. I appreciate my body for doing that for me. And also, I just wanted to say I got a really nice message from somebody who's been a subscriber of mine for a long time. Sorry, my bangs are like in the way. They're kind of growing out, so they're just kind of like all over the place. But a subscriber of mine that I've had for a really long time, ever since like my OG channel, I'm pretty sure. His name's Josh. And he messaged me and he told me that the reason why I'm not seeing the expected results that I would like to see from weight training, from really pushing myself for a whole month, is because I'm not super unfit, because I have been consistently weight training for several years now, not necessarily pushing myself, and sometimes I've taken some breaks, but I've been consistently weight training for a pretty long time, and I just decided to push myself, and so I'm not necessarily unfit. So the differences that I'm going to be experiencing are going to be less visible. I'm still going to experience major differences. For instance, like I can lift a lot more than I could at the beginning of November. I just can't see it necessarily like in my body the way that I want to be able to see it. So he suggested doing 12-week results. So that would mean if I took a video at the beginning of November, that I would take a video at the end of January, and that would be a 12-week results. So I'm kind of excited for that. I think I'll probably still do results at the end of December just to see, but I think that the serious ones are going to be at the end of January. So I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna keep pushing myself. So anyway, thank you so much, Josh, for messaging me. That made me feel so much better, and you're totally right. So thanks for the encouragement. I'm gonna get some work done. I have a meeting here pretty soon, and then we will get started on figuring out what routine I want to create for myself in the morning. And you guys have to keep me accountable during this Vlogmas. I'm gonna try to stick to a routine. Routines are so important, you guys, so important. If you didn't already know, to like your health, your mental health, like it's just so important, especially if you have ADHD. 100%, you already know. I'll see you guys after I get some work done and eat some lunch, and we will get to talking about routines. So really quickly, I wanted to think about what my morning routine could be, at least during Vlogmas, because it's already 5:30 on the dot, and I've kind of realized that I don't want to be up super late every night, so I'm gonna have to move some stuff around, unfortunately. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by writing down my priorities for each day. Like, so what I want to happen every single day, or at least, you know, the majority of the week. So one of those would be obviously the gym. So I'd say probably like 5 days a week or so. We don't have to get into like the technicalities, but at least 5 to 6 days a week I'd like to go to the gym. Also friends, I mean a social life. And obviously when I say this, I do mean like as much as we can during this pandemic. All of my friends were really good about checking, making sure we don't have COVID, or, you know, we get tested, and if we're at risk, we just don't hang out with each other. But we're also really careful about it. So I would say friends, especially during the cold season, where a lot of people are prone to seasonal depression. And I know I've made a video about seasonal depression, I believe, before, but thankfully this year it's not really affecting me as badly as it has in previous years. And I think it's just because I have such a strong friend group now. So if you guys are watching this, I love you. Okay, next, gym, friends, work, obviously. I need to be able to still get my work done. I need to be able to edit, obviously, my Vlogmas. So this is gonna be for during Vlogmas only. So I feel like after Vlogmas, if you guys want, we can go through it and create another, I'll show you how to create another morning routine that doesn't involve Vlogmas, but for now it involves Vlogmas editing. And I think that's it, honestly. And this is gonna be for me mostly just the work days. For the weekends, I don't really like have a set routine because I just like to let myself relax a little bit on the weekends. And I guess gaming, like a little bit of me time. So let me think. I had been going to the gym in the morning. I don't think I'm gonna be going to the gym in the mornings anymore, just because I feel like during Vlogmas I'm going to be staying up late editing like I was last night. I feel like my vlogs aren't going to come out until later. So let's do, so I'm probably going to set a wake up time. This morning I woke up at 8 a.m. and it was just long enough for me to get up, get ready, get the dog ready. And I don't know if you guys can hear him chomping on his ball right now, but he's been chomping on that thing like for a while. I'm so sorry. Wake up 8 a.m. I think my gym time is going to have to be during the day or after work. But the only thing is I like to see my friends after work. And that's the only time I can see my friends after work. So friends is going to have to be after work, and obviously work is going to be happening. Starts at 9 a.m. And then friends is going to be after work most days, sometimes not, it just depends. So it's gonna be probably around, usually I stop working around 4 o'clock, it just depends on what I get done. So 4 p.m.-ish, kind of 5 p.m., because I also have to eat dinner. And then, honestly, the gym closes pretty early nowadays. It's not 24 hours anymore. Which, if it was 24 hours, like, that would be really cool, because then I could go, like, after I edit the vlog or something, I could just go, like, super late at night. And even if I got home at, like, midnight, I would still have time to go to bed and have, like, 7 to 8 hours of sleep if I'm waking up at 8 a.m. But that's not the case. They close at, like, 9 or 7 or 6 sometimes just because of the pandemic. So I'm probably just going to have to stick with going to the gym in the middle of the day or taking a break, usually around lunch. So I usually go to the gym around 11:30-ish. It just depends. 11:30 to noon. It just kind of depends. And then of course I come back to work around 1 at the latest. And then I work, and then I go to a friend's house, and then editing. And usually I come home around, like, I like to be home like 9 at the latest. And I'll have like a little snack or something if I'm still feeling hungry. So yeah, let's see, wake up 8, work 9, gym 11:30 noon, work 1, friends, editing, and usually I have a little bit of time at the end to wind down. And editing will probably take me an hour to an hour and a half. So, and this is if I get home at like 9 o'clock the latest. So I think I'll go with me time at 10-ish. And then I like to be in bed, asleep by midnight. Cool. This is really weird to me because normally I do go to bed at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Like, I'm used to doing that. I've been doing that for like 4 to 5 years. It's crazy to me that I could be asleep by midnight. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this. I feel like it's like a bad thing to do or something. But that's what my routine is going to be like. And obviously there's things that like fall into these brackets, like when I wake up, I do something then, or, you know, but I also think, ooh, another good thing would be to pick the clothes I'm going to wear the next day. Usually for me, it's like workout clothes. I'm still wearing the sweats that I wore to the gym and my gym shoes. I haven't taken them off yet. So typically, especially during the week, if I know I'm going to the gym, I will wear my gym clothes. I'll just put them on in the morning and then I'll just go to the gym, whatever. So I'm going to set out my clothes the night before. Just like that. So you guys can see this is kind of the loose version of my routine, but we can go into that later on if we want to. Man, I am tired. I think Henry and I are ready for some dinner. I think he's probably hungry. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and eat some dinner. I'm going to feed Henry, and then we're probably going to head over to his best friend's house. But I would be curious to know down in the comments if you let me know what your routine is every day. I kind of want to see like the different combination of like when people wake up and when people go to work, when people go to bed. I have a pretty steady work schedule, so of course mine's gonna be a little bit different, but I'm still interested to know. And what helps you stick to your routines? And how long does it take you to get a routine down and to actually just start doing it out of habit? That's what I'm really curious about, because I feel like everybody's different, but there also might be some similarities in there a little bit. And also don't forget to tell me if you are also somebody who talks to themselves. All right, guys, it is Thursday. We only have one more day until the weekend. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and talk to me down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Henry would also like to hear from you. All right, have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.